And here we are, back on Mimas. As you can see, last episode, one of the benefits of the hot box around the furnace that I mentioned was that we're going to reap a lot more power. And as you can see by the green bar, we have been successful. So I drained the network. Let's go ahead and switch on this so you can see the pressure. I haven't hit the right pressure threshold for Electrum yet because we have to bring it down below 2.4. But since we're doing so good on power, I'm just going to straight up vent. Now, I don't feel good about just venting because we're going to lose a lot of potential power. Speaking of, let's come in here and look. Yeah, we're going over 7K from that. And it would peter out a little bit as it, as it brought more, um, as it was getting cycled through. Oh, and we're at blue power now, so the battery is completely full, and yeah, we don't have to worry about it. It does feel bad wasting that much potential power, but I shall try to deal with it. And I'm gonna see if we can, within rapid succession, get the iron and lead done. Another thing we're going to do on this episode is print the tool printer, and then we're going to be doing some upgrades on these machines and on our equipment. So that's going to be a lot of fun. One thing I haven't been talking about is that, and yes, I'm just doing filler until we hit the pressure threshold. Been whittling down my canister or my filters here, carbon dioxide filters. I just topped off on oxygen. The oxygen tank in there is less than 4 megapascals, so we're gonna have to start worrying about that pretty soon. Now, which one is gonna get there first? I split off a bunch of the Constantan and Invar to spread throughout some of the machines. And this here is for the tool printer. Oh, that's one thing we got to do is we've got to place frames where that's going to go. And I don't know where I put my, steel frames. Come on, hit the right buttons. I know how difficult it is. And I still had the mining belt equipped for some reason. I guess one thing is I did go out and grab a bunch more iron. Needed some extra for the lead, and then I'm going to run a few batches through for to cool down the furnace. And boy, that is taking a while, isn't it? I didn't expect it to be quite that bad. Going forward, I'm gonna very much try to use steel frames in lieu of iron frames. We're getting really close here. I think that last bit there is going to take longer than it may seem, because it seems to be having diminishing returns in regards to how much it's venting. Oh, still need the screwdriver to finish that off. Really close now. I might need to print some more cables so we can get this connected. This one we're going to bring just straight across. We're not going to put a stacker on it. The Tool Manufactory doesn't give us many many stacked items. Let's close this because we're really close now. Just kind of open and close it a little bit. There we go. And I'll go ahead and let that all drain, or actually I'll hold on to a little bit of it just in case the power dips down a little bit. There we go. We have Electrum. We'll eject that. Switch this on and pull this out. And forgive me for a moment here. I'm going to split off some of this. I've got a list of things I want to print. So the 15 goes to Tool Manufactory. And then 10 in the autolathe. I don't think I'm going to use the 10 in the autolathe till later. Most of them I'm going to just put in the electronics printer. That's what's going to chew up most of our Electrum. There we go. Okay, now our next goal here is that we're going to print some solder, but now we have to cool down the furnace because we have to bring it down to 277 degrees Celsius. That is going to be pretty rough. If we check the silicon, that one, yeah, 627 degrees Celsius, so we'll be able to smelt the silicon we've got. That one I don't really need to hold on to much for alloys. There's some super alloys that we might did we? Okay, yeah, it looks like we got all the silicon. Good. Yeah, some is needed for super alloys, but by the time we get to there, I'm going to be able to get a lot more silicon. Okay, so we should be good on iron for a while here. And actually, I'll probably end it on iron because we'll be really close to being able to make the solder. So let's go ahead and toss one in and close it actually. 277. I just gotta try and keep that in mind. Now it looks like we'll be able to run a few iron through. I've got the ingredients for the solder we're gonna make in my pocket here. My infinite bag of holding, basically. Oh, we're starting to get the iron ore out now instead of the ingots. But that's all right, because we're degassing all of the ore that comes out. Which, you know, that's not necessarily a goal, but it's also not a bad thing for the stage we're at. Good. Looks like we're going to be able to get a bit of copper and gold out of these. We needed some for the tool printer anyway. There we go. I don't think it needs silicon, but we'll put some in there anyway. Oh, we actually already have silicon. That's right. I used one to hold the ingots from rolling away. These alloys, a lot of them are round. which is why I put the steel here also. Okay, we still have some temperature to go. Was that... Oh, okay, so all the ingots are clustered in there. I guess let's degas some more iron. And we can leave that open. Another thing we can do is that we can export some of the gas. So it will be making a larger impact because there will be less gas in there. Okay, I thought we were running a little long already. Well, not necessarily long, but further out than I was hoping. We're actually not doing too bad. While that processes, let's go ahead and put out some more of these frames. And as far as it goes, we can probably even go below 1 megapascal because we'll be getting getting a lot from this off-gassing process. And yeah, now I'm just randomly grabbing things to off-gas. I think we're at the point, though, where I can start adding the coal and iron. I'm just kind of arranging these a little bit to try and keep track of what is degassed and what is not. Yeah, I had mentioned that degassing would be more relevant later, and we're reaching kind of that point. There's going to be a really big tripping point about it coming up pretty soon. So here's a good opportunity. We can see that the temperature is going to hold around 269. If we put that iron that was degassed in there, you'll notice that it's not changing in temperature. Well, not much. The little bit that it is changing is because of the hot box. The hot box is now warmer than the ingredients we have inside, or the furnace we have inside. Oh, all right. There we go. We have the solder. I was actually thinking it was 227, but no, it's 277. So yeah, we were right on track. Excellent. And now at this point, eject this and switch this off. We won't need the furnace for a while, and we can hold in a lot of that gas in the furnace and vent it off as we need it for power. Now the solder, I only needed right now, I think, 20. And then for now, I'll place the majority of it in the electronics printer. There we go. So now we're going to be doing a lot of stuff with this. Now that we have all four of the regular alloys, we can start upgrading a lot of stuff around here. And I realized my invar was too low. I must have miscalculated on how much I need. First one we're going to start with is the electronic printer mod. And it looks like I'm going to need to borrow some steel from somewhere else. Probably from you. And I might even need more later. Well, let's cycle that again. I can't remember if I had done so before. Now that we have the tool printer, let's get a few of the things that we kind of would like to have around. Terrain manipulator. And to go with it, dirt canisters. I might have the opportunity to show you kind of what these tools do, but if not, we'll look at them later. So we're going to print 2 of those. And it's got the dirt canisters done. What you do with these is you place them either in a mining belt or in a mining backpack, which we'll talk about mining backpacks actually soon here. Now you equip the screwdriver in your main hand and have the printer mod in your left hand. Let's switch that off. It doesn't matter, I believe, but just in case. And there we go. I activated the screwdriver with it in the offhand and we upgraded. So if we look for mod, now you'll see there's more of the printer module or mods ready to go. So we're gonna start with the tool printer mod because we're gonna actually print some stuff in there. But meanwhile, let's kind of go over more of the things that this is unlocked. Big one is the advanced furnace. So the advanced furnace is what we're going to upgrade the regular furnace to. So it's mostly ready to go. I'm going to have to vent the hot box. That should be fairly straightforward. I've got these pipes back here. I can just grab the gas out of there and um, pull it into the pipe network. Then I can come in here, I can remove the wall here and just remove all the components from the inside. I was curious if this was going down. We're probably getting close to the point where we're running out of space in these. Oh, okay, yeah, we're actually, since this is empty, that means the hotbox is less than 200 kilopascals. Okay, rather than just put a whole bunch of filler in the video here, I'm going to make a cut. Um, we'll get all of the printer mods finished. Um, all 3 of the remaining ones. Oh, where is the pipe bender mod? Oh, of course, because it doesn't have the word printer in it. Yeah, so we're going to do the auto lathe printer mod, the tool printer mod, and the pipe printer mod. Then we'll pick up and I'll start going through some more base upgrades. There's the first one, but I'll still finish the other 2. We'll see you soon. All right, as we were working on getting these printed, a couple of things happened. One, I replaced some of the frames underneath with, or well, they were walls flipped upside down. While I was doing that, tragedy occurred and our fuel canister ran out. Now, I know we probably have a tank around here somewhere, but for now we're gonna throw that away and hope something else happens, because I'm too lazy to find the tank. Alright, so there we go. We have the auto lathe upgraded. We have the Atmos printer, or hydraulic pipe bender printer, upgraded. And the Tool Manufactory, where these 2 machines are the one we're going to be dealing with for now. A lot more upgrades to come from other machines, but for now we're just going to look at these 2. So the first thing we're going to print off here now that we're back is the advanced furnace. We're going to replace the regular furnace. Oh, I don't think I mentioned the other thing that happened. I printed more steel. Sorry if that's glaring, because I noticed we were running a little low on steel. So you can see I've got some hotter gas in there. We'll be able to use that because we dipped down to the to the yellow. So we can top off our power probably with that. Now the tool printer. There's a few things we want to print here. Oh, look at that. I guess we don't need to find that fuel can or fuel tank because we now can use the arc welder. Another one that's going to help me is the heavy mining drill. We'll wait for the arc welder to finish. That is going to be a significant upgrade. Suppose I can file away the screwdriver. Another thing we want to print is a spray gun, if we can spell, because we have a whole bunch of spray cans that we can color things around the base. It's really good for cabling and such. And I'm going to print the spray can and just kind of a sample color here. Let's pick pink because the piping for that will be pink. And the last thing we want to print from here is a couple of these hard mining backpacks. Looks like our advanced furnace is done. Or not? Or, oh, there it is. It did spit it out. There we go. Hard mining backpack. We can replace our jetpack with this. And we now have ore slots rather than, ordinary slots. So it's restrictive in that you can't put other stuff in there, but it's a lot of ore. That'll help quite a bit when I go on my mining expeditions, and this is going to help a lot. I'll do a mining episode in the future. Just kind of bear with me. It'll be there eventually. So we have the spray gun. You just can put the can straight in there. You gotta turn it on. I'm not exactly sure why they did it that way. There we go. And you can see it took 1%, and I think it's actually less than 1% of the spray can. Whereas if I used it regularly, I think it's like 8%. It's pretty high. So the advanced furnace will replace in the future. I'll do a super alloys episode, and we'll do it then. Let's see. Before with the packaging machine, I'm going to print the oven, because if you'll notice, I started with a lower percentage of hunger because we used up our last cereal bar. So I'm going to be hungry soon. Hopefully the oven will be able to help with that. Now we've got the advanced packaging machine. That's going to help us with food as well. But both of those machines I'm going to have to deal with in the future. And that's our advanced packaging machine. We'll just go ahead and toss that in the filing cabinet. Last thing we're going to print from here would be the color ore scanner. I'll be able to use that offline so we can actually get more of the ore. It's going to be a lot easier to find what I'm looking for now. So I'm just grabbing some of the dirt here. You can see that the canister on the left is actually collecting some of the dirt we're digging up. That'll do, at least to show us what's going on here. So the terrain manipulator has 2 slots, the battery slot and the dirt canister. I can drag it up here like that, or I can just drag it over like that. Now, what it does is that we can actually place some of this dirt now. If we mess up and we remove some of the voxels down here that we might have wanted to keep around for, for decoration purposes or for um, keeping an area airtight. So we're gonna swap that over. We'll put the regular ore scanner over there for now. May as well do a little bit of mining, show you the heavy mining drill and the ore scanner. Switch my hands on those. Switch it on. Now you can see as we're coming around here, it looks like I think gold is purple. It's a little tough because the off-centered nature of this. Okay, no, it looks like gold is a golden color, I think. No, I'm not seeing it. Whereas red is, I believe, iron. We have some oxide here. Green, I think, is copper. I don't know if we necessarily need that a lot right now, but let's go ahead and show off the heavy mining drill. This is quite a good upgrade for me while I'm doing this mining off screen. There we go. So that is the majority of our upgrades. I'll do a future episode for the advanced furnace. We'll get that swapped out and do some super alloys. And we'll also go over in another episode the automated oven and the packaging machine. I'm probably going to have to cook a few of those mushrooms we have so that I get some food, because I'm probably going to do the advanced furnace episode next, and then we'll worry about the oven in the future. It looks like I was wrong. Green must be silver. Okay. With that, I think I'm going to call it a close on this episode. We got a lot of nice upgrades and a lot more to come. We'll see you then. Now, what kind of idiot would throw away a perfectly good welder?